Hello, you're watching AnewZ. I'm Bakhtiar Sanov. U.S. forces struck 3 Iranian nuclear facilities. President Donald Trump announced on Saturday, declaring that Fordow has been destroyed. Trump's decision to join Israel's military campaign against Iran represents a major escalation of the conflict. Donald Trump called Iran the bully of the Middle East and warned of additional attacks if it did not make peace. Iranian state media confirmed strikes on nuclear sites. Quoting officials, Iran's state-run IRNA news agency reported early Sunday that attacks also targeted the country's Isfahan and Natanz nuclear sites. Israel Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu praised Trump's decision to attack in a video message posted on X. UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres said that he was gravely alarmed by the dangerous escalation of American bombers attacking nuclear sites in Iran. U.S. President Donald Trump addressed the nation after U.S. strikes on Iran. Here are the highlights of his speech.
Thank you very much. A short time ago, the U.S. military carried out massive precision strikes on the 3 key nuclear facilities in the Iranian regime: Fordow, Natanz, and Isfahan. Everybody heard those names for years as they built this horribly destructive enterprise. Our objective was the destruction of Iran's nuclear enrichment capacity and a stop to the nuclear threat posed by the world's #1 state sponsor of terror. Tonight, I can report to the world that the strikes were a spectacular military success. Iran's key nuclear enrichment facilities have been completely and totally obliterated. Iran, the bully of the Middle East, must now make peace. If they do not, future attacks will be far greater and a lot easier. For 40 years, Iran has been saying death to America, death to Israel. They have been killing our people, blowing off their arms, blowing off their legs with roadside bombs. That was their specialty. We lost over 1,000 people, and hundreds of thousands throughout the Middle East and around the world have died as a direct result of their hate. In particular, so many were killed by their general, Qasem Soleimani. I decided a long time ago that I would not let this happen. It will not continue. I want to thank and congratulate Prime Minister Bibi Netanyahu. We worked as a team like perhaps no team has ever worked before. And we've gone a long way to erasing this horrible threat to Israel. I want to thank the Israeli military for the wonderful job they've done. And most importantly, I want to congratulate the great American patriots who flew those magnificent machines tonight, and all of the United States military on an operation the likes of which the world has not seen in many, many decades. Hopefully, we will no longer need their services in this capacity. I hope that's so. I also want to congratulate the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, General Dan Kane, spectacular general, and all of the brilliant military minds involved in this attack. With all of that being said, this cannot continue. There will be either peace or there will be tragedy for Iran far greater than we have witnessed over the last 8 days. Remember, there are many targets left. Tonight's was the most difficult of them all, by far, and perhaps the most lethal. But if peace does not come quickly, we will go after those other targets with precision, speed, and skill. Most of them can be taken out in a matter of minutes. There's no military in the world that could have done what we did tonight, not even close. There has never been a military that could do what took place just a little while ago. Tomorrow, General Kane, Secretary of Defense, Pete Hegseth will have a press conference at 8 a.m. at the Pentagon. And I want to just thank everybody, and in particular, God. I want to just say, we love you, God, and we love our great military. Protect them. God bless the Middle East. God bless Israel, and God bless America. Thank you very much. Thank you.
President Donald Trump has declared the U.S. strikes on Iranian nuclear facilities a major success, while also delivering stark warnings to Tehran against any retaliation. Nick Harper reports from Washington, D.C.
US President Donald Trump, speaking from the White House, said that this had been a spectacular military success. The US targeting 3 Iranian facilities which are known to be used to enrich uranium. Donald Trump said that they had been completely and fully obliterated. But he also warned Iran not now to retaliate, saying that future attacks from the United States would be far greater and a lot easier. And he said that Iran basically now has the ball in its court as to what takes place in the Middle East region, warning them this cannot continue, saying there will be either peace or tragedy for Iran, also pointing out that the US had many targets left that it could potentially decide to strike. So the US president, despite on Thursday saying that he would decide within the next 2 weeks whether to join Israel and strike Iran, has decided to take the decision just 48 hours after that pronouncement and going ahead with this late Saturday evening US time strike against Iran. He is painting it as a success. Tehran is vowing to retaliate. The US president is warning them not to do so unless it wants to receive more US weaponry targeting places throughout Iran. Nick Harper for AnewZ in Washington.
Iran announced early Sunday that there were no signs of contamination at its nuclear facilities in Isfahan, Fordow and Natanz following U.S. airstrikes targeting the sites. According to Iranian state media, the country's National Nuclear Safety System Center issued a statement confirming that its radiation detectors had not recorded any release of radioactive material after the attacks. U.S. strikes on 3 Iranian nuclear sites sparked serious concerns over nuclear proliferation and international law, drawing strong condemnation from Iran's Atomic Energy Organization. Our correspondent Turay Shireli has the latest from Tehran.
Iran's Atomic Energy Organization has strongly condemned U.S. attacks on 3 Iranian nuclear sites in Fordow, Natanz, and Isfahan in central Iran. In a statement issued minutes after the attack on Sunday, the agency said that these attacks were blatant violation of international norms, including the Non-Proliferation Treaty (NPT). The Iranian agency also said that it will follow up legally inaction by the International Atomic Energy Agency regarding these attacks on Iran's nuclear sites, which are under monitoring of the UN body. Iran has vowed that it will retaliate by answering these attacks. So in coming days, an escalation of tension is expected in the region. Turay Shireli reporting for AnewZ TV, Tehran.
Thank you for joining us and follow the latest developments on AnewZ.